guys, so we're going to be looking at the third example here, okay? And it's going to be graph using the x and y intercepts, okay? So we have graph by making table. That's one way to get a line. And today what we're going to do is we're going to look at how do you graph just using intercepts. So in other words, we're not going to spend time making all those tables today, okay? So what we're going to look at is starting with the x-intercept, okay? And up here, I've got, this is from your homework assignment last night, I have all the x-intercepts in blue. What do you see is true about all those x-intercepts? The y is equal to 0, okay? So we're going to use that rule to find our intercepts, okay? So we've got the x-intercept, and we know that y is going to be set equal to 0, okay? Okay, back page. Sorry. All right, so we know that y is going to equal 0. Now, what do you think we're going to do for y equals 0? What are some ideas we have? Okay, I'll help you out. Y equals 0. We're just going to plug in 0. And we're going to get an answer out. Okay, so I'm going to take this guy right here and I'm going to plug it in right there. Okay, so I have negative x plus 2 times 0 equals 3. Okay, so x-intercept, y equals 0, we're just going to plug in 0. So now, the wonderful thing about zeros is what happens when you multiply anything by a 0. It just goes away. So we have negative x on this side, and we have the 3 left on the other side. Now, we do still have to get the x completely by itself, so Caitlin, how would we do that?
Divide by -1.
Very good. Divide by -1. So x equals -3. Now, just like on our homework from last night, I expect a coordinate point. So what would my coordinate point for the x-intercept here be?
Negative 0.
Good. -3, 0. Okay? All right. Now I'm going to draw a little wall there, and we're going to now look at the y-intercept. The y-intercept. Okay? So now, tell me what we see true about all of these y-intercepts here.
X is 0.
X is equal to 0. Very good. Okay? So now, if we know x equals 0, we're then going to take the 0, right, and we're going to plug it in now for the x. Okay? So I'm going to have -0 plus 2y equals 3. Now, obviously, -0 doesn't even make sense, so we're just going to kind of get rid of that, okay? And we're going to have 2y equals 3. So what does y equal? 1.5. When we divide by 2, y equals 1.5. Okay, so now what would my coordinate point here be? Very good, guys. 0 and 1.5. Okay, so now these are the 2 points we're going to use to make our line. I know on our tables we had 3 points, right? And that gave us our line. In reality, you only have to have 2 points to get a line down, okay? So we're going to come over to our graph now, and we're going to graph x-intercept, so that's on the x-axis, right? X-axis, and it's going to cross at -3. That's what the intercept means. Where does it cross the x-axis? So it's going to cross at -3, or -3, 0. And then my y-intercept is at 1.5. So I'm going to go on my y-axis, and I'm going to find positive 1.5 on my y-axis, or 0, 1.5. And yeah, it's going to be the halfway point. That's okay. And then we're going to draw a nice, pretty line across my grid with arrows on the ends. Okay? All right, I want you guys to go ahead and let's try B on your own. Okay, try B on your own using